I feel like a lot of people know how social media can be a monster, but they don't actually stop to think what makes it a monster. So I kind of want to go into that and talk about what makes social media a monster. For starters, many people don't realize when they first make social media the effect it can have on their personal life. People can say very mean things. People can leave comments that are nasty. People can, cyberbully you, which is a huge thing that I think many people don't realize is so serious, is cyberbullying itself. It can lead to so many damaging things, including depression, anxiety problems, and worst of all, like it can lead to suicide. Um, when you're cyberbullied, sometimes it's harder for people to get it to stop because it's not in person. It can follow you anywhere. It's not just at one place you're going to see that person and they're going to say things to you. They can do it anywhere at any time with social media. They can leave mean comments on different pages no matter how much you block them or anything like that. So it can follow you around if it's not taken care of. And I feel like many people don't realize that. And that's a huge, huge issue. I feel like many people are scared to speak up about cyberbullying, which causes another huge problem because it's not getting taken care of. I feel like people are scared to speak up about it because they don't know what to do. They don't know if there's like anything that can help them, or maybe they feel like inferior, or they feel like it's a stupid issue. Maybe they just feel weak about it or something like that. But the truth is, there's a lot that can be done, but we have to help set those laws in place about it. I think cyberbullying and any type of internet harassment is so much more popular now than like person-to-person bullying because it can be done so much easier. You don't have to see the person to harm them. You don't even have to look them in the face. You can just send things through the internet. And it's so much easier and so much faster for people to do. And it's almost like you don't have to feel emotions toward it because it's over the internet. So it's just morally easily okay. Another reason I believe it's so much easier is because a lot of people don't know if there's consequences or not to cyberbullying. So there's no punishment basically. And I feel like that is like, okay, people don't care, so they just go and do whatever they want because they're not going to get in trouble for it. Unlike bullying, we all know there's consequences, whether it's something small like getting sent to the principal's office, or something like more serious like being maybe suspension or expulsion or something of that nature. And people don't understand what can be actually done to help and what can actually be done to prevent further bullying or any at all. I feel like even alone, if people knew the outcome of cyberbullying, whether it's, emotional or just mental, there's a lot of issues that can stem from it. And I feel like if people were more aware of this, they would think twice about even sending a mean message or anything of like that. So people don't realize, cyberbullying can lead to therapy. It can lead to many issues in the future that can last even like a lifetime, whether it's emotional or not. And you can also have suicide attempts or people that actually do commit suicide. And it's very sad, and I feel like people don't realize that that's still an outcome. Even if it's over the internet, it's still an outcome. So first, I kind of want to talk about what can be done to prevent cyberbullying, if it has happened to you, or just for future references. So I feel like first, a way to prevent it, maybe getting off social media, or limiting your time on social media. It will prevent the chances of it happening. Number two, private accounts. If you have private accounts, people have to request to follow your page or be your friend. And I feel like if that's the choice, you can choose who you want to be your friend and only choose people you know or trust. Even though there are plenty of ways to prevent cyberbullying, it's still always a possibility, no matter what. And I feel like people need to realize that and be more careful with what they do or who they talk to or who they even let into their lives. Anyone can get a hold of any information about you. It's pretty easy these days. And I feel like if we took further steps to prevent this for ourselves, it'll be easier in the long run. Another big thing we can do to prevent cyberbullying would be to bring awareness, which was my biggest point to begin with. and bringing awareness to not just the people around us, but also society as a whole. I feel like if we made aware of the issues it brings, the effects it has on us, and just some of the facts about cyberbullying and the statistics, it would be very helpful to people in understanding what's going on and what's really happening behind the scenes. Another huge thing, setting laws in place. So if we bring awareness, it'll be much easier to make new laws, help prevent this, in the long run, just make everything so much smoother and easier. I feel like if we set laws in place, I know some states have different laws and I know some places delegate differently, whatever. But if we come together as a whole, as a country, and set firm laws in place and say, hey, this is a serious matter, it will be way more effective. I feel like as a whole, we can set certain laws in place, such as, maybe even something as serious as time in prison for cyberbullying, just because people need to realize how serious cyberbullying really is. It affects another person's life, it changes another person's life. And I feel like most people don't understand that concept or the reality of it. I feel like if we bring that awareness to it, it'll be so much easier to set different laws and people will be so much more understanding of these laws. Altogether, I strongly believe if we all came together, decided things, came to a great conclusion for laws, cyberbullying wouldn't be such a problem in our society today. I feel like people don't realize how big of an issue it actually is, which is a huge problem. And once we solve these issues, come to conclusions, it won't be a problem. And I feel like it's our job to do so. This is our generation. Social media has never been bigger than now, and it has such a strong effect on everybody's lives. There's constant people